It has been 7 months since the release of WWE 2K22, which is very concerning because where the f has the time gone? So as we all know, WWE 2K22 ended up being a pretty awesome game. Somehow, some way, by some divine miracle, 2K finally made a game that didn't cause a worldwide pandemic like 2K20. Instead, at the end of the day, they finally made a game that not only looked amazing, but also had some sexy, satisfying, legit addicting gameplay. 2K22 was a great game. I loved it, you loved it, he, she loved it, and it became a huge success for 2K and the WWE. But now, here we are, and it's October, the year's almost over, and it's all eyes on 2K23, and as fun as 22 was, it wasn't all sunshine and rainbows. A lot of the times it was corrupted save files and the game crashing from having too many logos. But as the development on 23 continues, as we get closer and closer to a reveal, and right before the hype really kicks in, let's talk about what 2K needs to do to make WWE 2K23 perfect. First up, the main priority has to be fixing the game modes. Last year's game on the surface had more modes than Jennifer Lopez has had husbands, but the issue was, other than My Rise mode, after a few hours, all the other modes were basically useless. Except My Faction, that shit was useless from the first minute. But leave it to 2K to finally bring back General Manager mode after 15 years of fans begging for it and somehow make it feel like a mobile game made by people who don't know anything about wrestling. They really took the most requested mode in wrestling game history and made it a GM mode where you can't have mid-card titles, you can't do triple threat matches or fatal four-ways, you can't even trade wrestlers to the other show. They made a mode where you can't do anything, you can't even draft properly. But take this in, they made a General Manager mode where you hold shows like Money in the Bank, Royal Rumble, Elimination Chamber, you know, standard WWE pay-per-views we see every single year in real life, right? Now, can you actually book any of those matches on the pay-per-view? Can you hold your own Money in the Bank ladder match on the Money in the Bank pay-per-view?
Nope.
2K's main priority has to be to fix General Manager mode, and I swear to you, the game's lifeline, the longevity increases by 2 months on average. I promise you that. And the same goes for Universe mode. You have to add more to Universe mode. You have to ensure it's the best possible sandbox that you can offer, because the 2 modes that will keep your game relevant for months after release are those 2 modes. And in terms of My Faction mode, that mode is staying, sadly. No matter what, they're always going to keep that mode. They're going to make money from it. They're going to sell microtransactions, but can you please just not lock characters and attires in a mode that nobody plays? Even NBA 2K lets you play with all the different legends in Play Now in my GM mode. I can take 2003 Kobe and put him into GM mode. It's not locked behind my team. I don't have to open packs just to play with 03 Kobe. So why the f do I have to play My Faction to play with 2000 Triple H? Or wait for some person to upload on community creations? Like, nah man, just put it in the game. Oh, and at least add online to My Faction so the pack opening idiots can at least do something in the game. And lastly, please fix Showcase mode, okay? See, I don't know what Rey Mysterio ever did to 2K, but they did him so dirty in the Showcase mode last year. They really put Rey on the cover of the game just for them to make a Showcase mode, which only had 11 matches, and the last 2 matches were against Grand Metalik and Samoa Joe. Cause yes, when I think of Rey Mysterio's career, I think of Samoa Joe and Grand Metalik. What the fuck? Listen, I get it, okay? It is hard to make a showcase in this day and age because so many wrestlers are in AEW or are under contract, but come on, if you really wanted to make a fire showcase mode for Rey Mysterio, you still could have done it. They really made a showcase mode for Rey Mysterio and they didn't even include the classic SmackDown stage. So like, what was the point? That's like making a SpongeBob game, right? But you don't put the Krusty Krab in. I know showcase mode is not the most popular mode in this day and age, but showcase mode when done right, like 2K15 and 16, can be so much fun. It adds so much to the game in terms of arenas, wrestlers, and just cool cutscene. 23 needs a banger showcase. We need a showcase that gives us all these amazing arenas we haven't had in forever. I want to live iconic moments. And there are 3 showcases that I can think of that are definitely possible to do and would be perfect. Firstly, a Ruthless Aggression era showcase. A showcase mode covering the WWE from 2002 until 2008 would literally be my wet dream. Just imagine going back and playing in all those arenas, seeing all those cool wrestlers and these attires we haven't seen in forever, finally getting the SmackDown 5th stage, getting the WrestleMania 20 arena, getting throwback Lesnar, Cena, and Edge. Like yeah, even though you can't put Benoit in there and some other wrestlers that are not under contract, if you really wanted to, they could still figure it out and make a fire showcase mode. Because this still have access to so many important wrestlers from that era. But if that's not possible, my second option would be a Triple H Time to Play the Game showcase. With Triple H just retiring and having a crazy 25-year career, it's a no-brainer. Classic matches with Austin, Rock, Taker, Shawn, Batista, hell, DX vs Rated RKO. It's all there. 20 years of arenas and different attires and different wrestlers, they can make it so nice. And the same thing goes for my third choice. If Triple H that's not it, you don't want to do Triple H, the Undertaker showcase mode. Maybe it's finally time for that Undertaker showcase mode. Just like the Triple H one, having an Undertaker showcase mode can add so much to the game, but because it's the Undertaker, you can even add stuff from the early to mid 90s. We can get so many WrestleMania stages again, so many funky match types too. Now those are showcase modes. That's what the fans want to play. That's what the community needs. Not a Rey Mysterio showcase that goes from 1997 to 2005. Like, what did the guy do for 8 years? Those are my 3 choices of showcase mode. But regardless, whatever you choose, just make it proper, man. Just put some care into it. A lot of fans still love showcase mode, so do it right. 22 had a lot of modes, but other than My Rise, they were so surface level and bland, and it really hurt the longevity of the game. Nobody was playing general manager mode after 2 weeks that the game came out. Showcase mode was 2 hours and nobody ever touched it again. What's the point of having 5 modes if 3 of them are only good for a few hours, 1 is completely useless, and yeah, 1's pretty good? And once again, please fix universe mode. The community is actually depressed after last year's universe mode. Improve your modes, make them deeper and more engaging, and more people will play the game. It is very simple. Alright, so what's next on my little list? Live updates. One thing that 2K did in 22 that really blew my mind, because I never ever expected free DLC in a WWE game, was the addition of them adding the NXT 2.0 arena in the game for free. That was the most groundbreaking thing I had ever seen in a wrestling game. I was so ready for a 2.0 to be a pre-order bonus or something in the next game. WWE games have always been so stingy with adding free content, and this goes all the way back to the THQ and Nuke days, but by some divine miracle this year they finally added some content. We got the arena, we even got Old Man HBK in the game as a playable character for free, and that is what the game needs. In other sports games such as NBA or even UFC, if the roster changes, if a new fighter or player appears on the scene, 2K and EA generally add the players to the game. Yo, sometimes in NBA 2K they take it so seriously that if a player changes his hair color or something in the middle of the season, they upgrade it in the game. Why can't we get that? Oh wait, we do. Just in my faction behind a paywall. Nah, man, come on. Listen, if Randy Orton grows a beard in real life, update his model in the game and give him a new attire and just let everyone have it. It doesn't make any sense. Like, for example, this game was 2K22, right? I shouldn't have to wait for 2K23 to play as the 22 version of Randy Orton, when by the time 23 comes, watch Randy Orton be clean shaven again or something. And then boom, your game's outdated, nobody cares. Hey, do it yourself in community creations, we don't care, fuck off. Nah, keep the game relevant. We're playing 2K22, so the game should be relevant for 2022. If I'm gonna get 2K23, the game should be relevant for 2023. I'm not asking for you to put every single wrestler that ever appears in the game, no, but if someone has a pretty crazy attire change or someone gets a haircut, it doesn't hurt for you guys to fix it. 2K did great by adding NXT 2.0 and the My Rise characters in the game, but be better. Next year, hell, drop the WrestleMania 39 stage after it happens in real life. How are you gonna release a game in March and then just have the community play in last year's WrestleMania stage for the whole year? I don't know, it's a little things, right? If Raw gets a new stage, update it. If SmackDown gets a new stage, update it. And I know, yeah, technically the community can do it. You know, you have created arena, you have everything, you can upload logos, but chill, that's not an excuse, because we can't do it like how you guys do it. It will never be as legit as what you guys can do. Once again, I'm not saying update every single arena or anything. No, I'm not saying that. But at least do like the Royal Rumble. At least do WrestleMania. At least add a few free characters in there. At least update some attires every now and then. Just keep your game relevant. Keep it fresh and keep it updated, because at the end of the day, if I'm buying 2K23, it should be relevant for 2K23. We know you can do it. Alright, next up, number 3 on the list. I think it's finally time we get some new match types in WWE 2K. I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember the last time 2K actually added new match types in a wrestling game. But come on, it's gonna be 2023, please just add some new match types. Bring back the Buried Alive match. If you do a Ruthless Aggression era or even a Taker showcase, that right there is an easy way to put that in the game. Bring back 3 stages of hell, bring back special referee matches, and yo, it's been a match type for 5+ years in the WWE. Just put in more games. And yeah, will it end up being a mess and a total clusterfuck? Yeah, but why not? We need more match types, okay? Everyone wins if there's more match types. There's only so many TLC and Hell in a Cell matches I can do with my friends before we run out of stuff to do. And to add on to match types, one thing I would love to see more in this game is expanding more onto the environment of the game. You know, more interaction, adding more things to do in the crowd, add a little area where I can jump off something in the crowd, or you know, just add stuff that used to be in the game. Let us jump off ladders onto announce tables again. Just add some cool, crazy things to do in your environment. Like anything and everything helps, like make the steel steps more interactive, you know, things like that, or even just let us jump off the stage. Hey, if we can go backstage and jump off a truck, yo, let me jump off some stages too while we're at it. Just continue to keep making the environment even more of a sandbox. Things like that would honestly really add a lot of life to the game. And lastly, to really make 2K23 perfect, you have to improve the creation suite. Now listen, WWE probably has the best creation suite in any game in the history of video games, okay? The things we can make in this game are insane. Literally. But just touching up on the creation suite would add so much to the game, you know, by letting us make custom entrances again would be greatly appreciated. But the creation feature that everyone wants, the creation feature that everyone misses, another feature that would bring so much longevity to the game, a feature that honestly can ensure that this game lives on until the next one and it doesn't really die down, a mode where the players can create non-stop content. Create a story mode. Behind GM mode, this has been the most requested feature, and if 2K can bring this back, and if it's anything even close to the old games, 2K23 and all the games going forward will legit never run out of content. I took create a story for granted back in the day, and I swear to God, if you bring it back, I will never take it for granted ever again. Just imagine being able to turn on the game every night and you just have thousands of story modes you can play right then and there. It would 100% be game changing, especially with how creative the community is these days, all the funky, funny, crazy stories they can make. I can picture it now. The community will never run out of content. We'll have people making their own Road to WrestleManias, their own season modes, their own career modes. Like, the possibilities would be endless, and 2K, you just gotta make the mode and leave the rest to us. And I'm not gonna lie to you, that might be the feature that I want the most in 2K23. It's time for Create a Story to make its return. But yeah, 2K22 once again was a great game and an even better foundation. It can no doubt be the start of something special, and I honestly feel like if 2K listens and even adds like 60% of the things mentioned in here, it would greatly improve the game. And I don't even think I'm asking for too much here. I genuinely feel that everything I suggested in here is realistic and is possible and is not too far-fetched. I mean, most of the things I suggested have been in prior wrestling games. So all of this is definitely realistic and is definitely possible, and just even thinking of a game like 2K22 with all these upgrades gets me so excited. And I can't lie, I am excited for 2K23. Will it have all these things? Hell no. But if 2K can just listen to the community and take the feedback of 22 seriously and really build on it and give us what we want, we could get one of the best WWE games ever. No joke. That's how much potential I see with the foundation that 2K22 laid. So I'm definitely hoping for the best. Oh, and yo 2K, can Cody Rhodes please be on the cover of the game? Thank you. But yeah, in the comments down below, let me know your thoughts on my suggestions. What do you want to see in the game? How are you feeling going into 2K23? And lastly, let me know, who do you want to see on the cover of the game down below? It's your boy Pav, aka WrestlinGifs. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm really excited for 2K23, and I really hope it ends up being an even better game than 22. As usual, I got more content coming soon, but for now, I'm out of here. Take it easy, stay safe, and have some fun. I'll catch you guys soon with a new video coming soon, alright? Later, guys.